Hello, beautiful people. This is the Just Be Fairy Tarot channel, and here is a message for you. Usually, I do pick cards. I've recently started this channel. I do intend to be doing the pick cards for the most part, but I'm on vacation right now, so I don't have my computer with me, and so I can't be editing the videos like I usually would. So this will be one message in one video. So I haven't shuffled them yet, so I'll do that now. And connect to your energy, connect to the messages that your guides desperately need you to hear. I always intend to be a clear channel for the spirit, so whatever comes up, I try to keep the thinking mind aside and my ego and my personal reflections aside, in the sense that I try to focus on what needs to be conveyed, and instead of actively, thinking about what could this be, but rather feeling it, and whatever comes up, using all of my senses, I convey the messages. A big part of the process is trusting that what comes up is what needs to come up. Okay, so many that just switched. Okay. But I find this very fascinating. I really, really love tarot. So let's see. I do have usually also I do an oracle card first for general energy, and then I do tarot, but I right now do not have access to other than the universal Waite tarot deck. So we'll only be using this one. And this will be a relatively short video message due to me not being able to edit the video, so I don't want to have too many moments like this where I would rather would usually cut it out. So just for the sake of quality, I'm gonna try and keep it short. But one thing I noticed is, you probably saw at the beginning of the video as well, this card, when I started shuffle, so I hadn't shuffled before the video, but I had touched the cards and just done a few just to connect with the cards, and this one fell out. And usually when I'm not intending for the cards, when I'm not asking for any messages actively, and when something just slips out, I assume that it's by accident. But when it continues to appear in front of me, I realized that no, it's not an accident. So this is the third time I see this card. My first instinct is that this is about healing the heart, about listening to the heart, about following the heart. The card. The card is, it's number 3. You can see also 3 clouds, 3 swords. So it could be, there could be several things that are blocking the heart. It could be the heart chakra. That are blocking the love that you let into your life. It could be like a romantic partner. But of course, no matter what love we're talking about, the love that we allow from outside is the reflection of the love we allow within us. So, I mean, the more you love yourself, the more you also allow others to love you, right? The more you allow yourself, the more self-care you show yourself, the more you're able to receive, right? Because when we are okay, I'll take it out. When we are when we are okay, it's not coming out, so maybe it's not meant to come out. We'll see what else we have. Oh dear. Okay, yeah. So we have some low vibrations to unblock or to remove. Is it focusing? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So yes, there are some low vibrational blocks, and this is what is blocked away, right? It looks like partnership. It looks like simply love, high vibrations. This is the second time I'm tearing up. So wow, I'm literally crying. This has never happened to me before. I'm actually crying. Whew, okay, maybe you need to cry. Maybe 10 of Cups to experience intense love. You need to also remove intense emotions. Remove intense emotions. Release. There's a lot of release that needs to happen, and honestly, I am recording this during the full moon of July, and it is in the UK. When I saw the moon, wow, it is huge. It is so close. It is so huge, and the closer it is, the more it is influencing us, right? The stronger we feel the effect, the energy of the moon, and how it affects us. And the full moon is always the time of the cycle, the moon cycles, when it's all about releasing, and it's all about intense emotions and shedding of all that does not serve us anymore, no longer, or that never served us, and that is whatever is still with us that needs to be let go of. So it makes sense to feel emotional, right? Moon is the feminine energy. It's the moon represents the emotional world, the feelings, intuition. Intuition. Okay, chaos. Oh, I'm so sorry for the noise. It's probably pretty loud. All right. Okay, so maybe there's some crying you need to do. Take some time for yourself. Just breathe and let whatever emotions come up, and let them go, let them out. Because releasing opens up space for new energy to come in. So okay, that's, yeah. There is a lot of happiness, a lot of wonderful feelings that need to be allowed by you. They are here, they are present, they exist, they are for you. You are worthy of experiencing all of this happiness and pleasure and wonderful and just this joyful energy and this openness. Oh, I'm turning up again. Openness. Be open. Open your heart. Open your heart. Open your heart. It is, I see a lot of pain, and that is obviously often a reason to build up walls and layers of protection, which is very like a natural reaction. But we are here to learn to respond to life instead of react to life, right? So responding would be healing the pain, accepting the pain, releasing, allowing the pain, releasing the pain, and understanding why whatever that happened did happen, and not creating this story of this is always going to this is what I deserve, or this is just how it goes for me and it's inevitable, it's going to repeat itself unless I shut off my heart and isolate myself, and unless I, if you were vulnerable with a person once and then you regret it because of how they made you feel after being vulnerable, it's easy to react and by concluding that I'm not gonna open up ever again. But a response would be understanding that that person didn't have the empathy and didn't have the capacity to be empathetic and kind and loving to you in that moment of your vulnerability. That's all. It's not about you. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it affected you. But it's not a reflection of what you deserve and what you're worthy of and your value. That's an illusion. That's a storyline that we create, and it is honestly a toxic way of feeding ourselves false beliefs or creating false beliefs from situations that actually are clear reflections. They are clear reflections, but it's not always clear to us that when someone's angry at us, or that someone's annoyed, or someone's mean, or violent, or anything towards us, it's not always easy to reflect and realize that, what, this is not actually about me at all. It is a reflection of how they treat themselves, or how they feel about themselves, and the limitations and the judgments they have upon themselves, and how they treat themselves, because a person who is fully embracing themselves without judgment, it is obviously something we forever have to work on. That's not like you will learn to not judge yourself and never do it again, but it is an active practice, and we do have the control. We do sit in our power to be able to decide whether or not we choose to judge ourselves, whether or not we choose to see ourselves as these imperfect perfections and these loving beings that are humans. We make mistakes. We're not our choices are not flawless, but they don't make us bad people. They're not reasons for us to live in shame, to live in guilt, to live in anger, to live in resentment, to live in pain, to live in hurt. Those are choices. This is more about, taking accountability for the blocks that we have, because you can't remove something that you don't want to look at, or don't want to believe. Don't want to look at. You have to look at the shadow self and take accountability. If someone has hurt you, tell yourself it's okay. Not that they hurt you, but it's okay to feel pain. And it's okay to Okay, I have not froze. I have froze. I did freeze. As I'm trying to. Okay, I need more cards because I can't find the words now. I have no, it's just empty. I'm trying to. It's like I've hit a wall. Okay, more cards. What is the continuation of this message, please? Thank you. It's okay to feel pain. But that doesn't mean that we should restrict ourselves from receiving and from being open and from believing that this will pass. Life isn't all sunshine and laughter, but it can mostly be that if we learn to move through the pain, through the hurt, through the disappointment, the letdowns, the sadness, the depression, the lower vibrational emotions, the uncomfortable experiences in life. If we move through them, and how do you move through it? You don't block it, you don't stop it, you don't reject it, you don't judge it, you don't shut it down. What you receive from universe, it's not always, like it says, sunshine and flowers. It can be pain that you learn from. It can be disappointment that you learn from. It can be sadness and hurt that you learn from. Because to grow, we can't always be just lying in the grass in the sunshine. That's not a complete picture of the path of and the journey of growth, right? Because yes, lying in the grass and just in the sunshine can teach us a lot of things, but so can difficult times, so can problems where we, for example, any kind of problem, with any kind of problem that we experience, especially problems that we've never experienced before, what do we learn? We learn solving problems, right? We learn how to solve this issue. Oh, I've never experienced this before. I never knew that this could happen. What do I do now? And there's so much we can learn. You can learn from the beautiful, easy, comfortable, wonderful, joyful things, but the darkness, that you cannot compare the wisdom that can be gained in the darkness. The darkness holds so much wisdom. You cannot compare it, But it is a world of duality. So that's why I'm saying learning to receive. Learning to receive, but we can't just be open to receiving the wonderful, and then once something less comfortable is coming, we're just blocking, right? Just blocking right away. And we're like, nope, I'm only gonna be happy, because you can't be receiving the maximum, not the maximum, but like, you can't be receiving, this much of joy if you've never experienced this much of depth of difficulty. If you've ever experienced, which it does very much seem like you have, experienced some suffering, some pain, some darkness in your life, then you know that when you go deep down here, you go lower than you've ever been. And that means that you can go, when you start working your way up, you can now go higher up to the higher vibrations, higher than you ever could before, because you've expanded your energy, you've expanded the experiences that you can have in your reality. It's about expansion. And right now, there's some releasing that needs to be done for you to go up again to the higher, right? We go up and down, up and down, up and down. And why I'm talking about the being responsive to life instead of reactive, it's only means that when life goes up and down, it just does. It's not stagnant. It means that you enable yourself to move through these up and downs much more smoothly, because you now flow with the waves instead of deciding how you want things to be and then being angry every time it goes down, every time it shifts, every time it changes, rather going with the waves. And that means moving through the darkness, up to the light, through the darkness, up to the light, and not judging the experience, the emotional experience. So if you feel disappointment, tell yourself it's okay to feel it. If you feel sadness, tell yourself it's okay to feel it. It's okay to let yourself sit down, breathe, and feel angry, feel disappointed, feel sad, anything that is coming up. Because the more you allow it, the more space you create for yourself to truly honestly face your shadow. See, like, oh, I just got triggered. I feel really angry now because this person said something that really triggered these memories, emotions, past experiences, whatever it is, some insecurities, or whatever it may be. And then feel this anger, let it be, because it is already here. The best thing you can do is just let it be. Let yourself feel it, breathe through it, and then reflect, like, whoa, okay, what was this? How can I take responsibility and be accountable in this moment for what I'm feeling, not blame it on this person, no matter what they said or did, because it's a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves. Because how you treat the world is how you treat yourself, and how you treat yourself reflects out into the world. Because the more impassioned, the more empathetic you are towards yourself, the more empathy you see reflected in your outside environment. Okay, so passion, this can also be a solar plexus blockage. Solar plexus and the heart chakra are the two that are coming up. And following your heart, right? So there's some heart healing that needs to happen, and some in the form of releasing and allowing. Yeah, that's honestly what I have for you today. This was a lot. But I hope this was healing for you. I hope this was helpful and supportive of whatever you are feeling and experiencing. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Please leave a comment. I love to connect with you, and see what did you resonate with. How are you feeling? How are you doing? And yeah, like this video and follow for more. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And I send you love, blessings, and healing. Thank you so much. Bye.